Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles in Minutes, and tonight's video is trying to live is holding you back. What does that mean? Well, I watched Bruce Lee's one of the people I admired as a person who made the most of his life. He's iconic. He's dead, and we're still talking about him. And he studied philosophy, and he developed his body and his mind and his intellect and his will and emotion. And one of the things he was quoted as saying is, like Western mentality is, the problem with us is you want to win. What you need to do is learn how to lose, and learn how to die. So even the Bible has a quote, he who tries to save his life will lose it, and he who's willing to lose his life will save it. So if we look at it, our greatest fear is death itself. We're avoiding the reality of that we'll all die. And we tend to live as if you're not going to. The best thing to do with any fear is bring it close to you and go through it already emotionally. See, what happens is the fear is over here of this event, and it's the shadow of the fear is actually worse than the event. If you close the gap, like Navy SEALs, they close the gap on problems, you can go through it. So here's where I'm going with this. So as humans, what we'll do is you're trying to protect yourself from getting hurt in life. You have to accept life has pain and suffering. If you cannot accept that, you'll always play it safe. You'll never take risk. You never express yourself. You never become your best self because you're hoping not to get hurt. You're hoping not to make a mistake. You're hoping not to get anything wrong. But let me ask you something. You're dead. Now what? Who's judging you? Oh, nobody's around. See how weightless you are now? See how much everything really means? It's meaningless. There's a saying that goes that the meaning of life is empty and meaningless. Because it is. There's no meaning. We all assign the meaning to it. This means it's an apple. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But that's what it means to us. Doesn't mean it's true, but that's what it means. It could mean it's nutritious. It could, maybe not. So I want you to understand the concept of if you go ahead, bring death closer, and accept your death already, it frees you up to finally fully live. Because you know, if you're at death's door, you know what you're going to say to the person in front of you? You know what? I love you and I care about you. It's no longer about my ego when I'm pretending to be in the world, hoping that you'll like me and not be mad at me and love me for this artificial person that I created called an ego. Because it doesn't, I don't want to get hurt. I want to feel bad, this identity. But once you die, do you have an ego anymore? You don't. That's the real you. If you start becoming the real you, you're willing to take risks. You don't care if people laugh at you. There's the brevity of life. Seneca writes about that. The brevity of life. To have real happiness, you better accept the brevity of life. How long you got? I don't know. This clock's ticking. The most valuable thing you have is time. If you bring death up to it and go ahead and accept it, like the samurais, before they'd go out and fight, you'd accept that you're going to die. So then you could truly fight. You could go all out. And the chances of you dying are less if you go ahead and accept your death. Because if you're afraid of getting hurt, you're going to overthink and overanalyze. And you can't express yourself, and you can't be in a flow state. Flow state where there's no thinking, you're just moving and expressing. I don't know if you've ever been in a flow state before. The athletes call it the zone. It's a wonderful state. How would you like to be in a flow state every day where you're just expressing yourself? You're in the world. You're not in a hurry. You're not in a rush. Because hurry's fear. So then you just kind of relax and are just in life, and you can fully, tell everyone how much you feel, you care about them. I love you. I care about you. You don't care what they think about it. It doesn't matter anymore. It's like being in that hospital bed where you got 10 minutes to live. What do you want to say? Why are you waiting to the last 10 minutes of your life? See, you've been holding back your whole life. Raise your arm up as high as you can. Now higher. Oh, there's always something held back. If you don't go all out, you never open your heart and let people know this is how I feel about you. You never go for the job you want to go for. You never explored what you wanted to explore. You never did. And then the doctor says you got 3 weeks to live. Oh, wait a minute. I got so many things I always wanted to do. It's too late, dude. Time's up. Time's up. It's over. Game over. You had all the other time that you wasted. You better look at that clock. You better look at that calendar. You better take a close look, because before you know it, your life's over. And you know what you did with it? You wasted it. You wasted your time. You can always make more money, but you don't want to waste time. How much time do you spend watching television? Is that helping you? Maybe it's a release. So I'm committed to being the best person I can be. I want to create the life that I want. I read all kinds of books, like how can I influencer, persuasion, how can I talk to people better? I mean, how do my emotions work, and why do I keep screwing up and messing things up in my life? I like to have more success. I need to read some stuff. I don't know a lot. I'm pretty ignorant. I need help. Maybe I need to read about how we create ourselves and how we get stuck in the past with the identity matrix. Everyone's trying to live into your identity, or what you tell everybody you are. But if I ask you some pointed questions, you'll go run and cover. Like, don't talk to me. Because that's what you're pretending to be. But if you accept your death, now what's holding you back? Nothing. See, if you're willing to lose your life and give it up, you'll finally live your life. It's a concept, something to think about. Think about the brevity of life. Seneca, you can read about it. Seneca, the brevity of life. Really think about what you're going to do while you're here. Do you want to make the most of it, or you want to piss it away? I'm committed to making the most of it. Dr. Wood, I hope this helps you. And if you can accept your death, you can finally live. Have a good one.